Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it's an honour to follow the Honourable Lady. I rise to oppose this motion, and I'd like to do so by considering what it is that it sets out to achieve. This motion does not prevent no deal. It simply requires the Prime Minister, if a deal is not agreed, to ask for an extension and to accept it. That does not avoid no deal. It simply pushes further away the point at which we in this House have to make a decision. And the people we represent are expecting us to make a decision. It's what we're here for. It's what they are crying out for us to do. And I have to say to honourable members on all sides of this House, you cannot legislate no deal away. You can only vote for a deal or revoke Article 50. If revoke is what is sought, and I know some honourable members would favour that, then have that debate, say so, and those who voted as part of that overwhelming majority for the referendum and then to trigger Article 50 can explain why they have changed their minds. But the question of revocation has been tried in the indicative votes and was heavily defeated. I venture to say that there is no majority for revocation in this House. And so all that this procedure seeks to do is to delay, to kick the can further down the road in the hope that something will turn up. There is, in essence, no plan proposed here. In contrast, what the government is doing is pursuing a strategy based upon the only thing that has commanded a majority in this House, the Brady Amendment, alternative arrangements to replace the backstop.
Precisely.
And it will be said that the EU has no intention of doing so. But the EU is watching and is waiting to see what we do here. It has no incentive to move for as long as it thinks that Parliament will destroy the government's negotiating position or cancel Brexit altogether. If we in this House declare in advance that we must come to an agreement, then the government's negotiating position is destroyed and the EU will never have an incentive to move. So it is therefore the case that this whole scheme, rather than banishing no deal, makes it impossible to achieve one, and in so doing puts off the day of reckoning even further. But it cannot be avoided forever. There's only one way to avoid no deal and to achieve a deal. That way to achieve that deal, paradoxically, is to be ready and willing to leave without one. Only if we are clear about that does the Prime Minister stand a chance. I accept that that readiness causes disquiet amongst so many of my friends tonight. But to all those friends who, like me, want to see a deal, I would urge them to come with us and give the Prime Minister the unequivocal backing that he needs, because that is the only path to the deal that we all want to see. To vote against the government tonight is not to vote against no deal. To vote against the government tonight is to vote against even the possibility of a deal, against the chance of a deal, even the glimmer of a deal. The motion and the bill it foreshadows achieves nothing more than delay. A delay that in turn achieves nothing more than to sow more division and discord. That division and discord that is doing such damage to our country's social fabric.